Hey guys, I'm going to show you what I've been doing in the last 5 nights. So there's a lot to go through, so I'm just going to get started. These are the Starbucks cups I showed you guys in, what was it? I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the last 2 videos I posted. But I got them on eBay, and I kind of wanted to do some of those like wire photo holder things. This is the first one I did. In the last reveal I showed you one, it was a different style cup. It was a thinner, cloudier plastic. These are clear, and they worked out a lot better. They didn't bubble or anything, and I poured this all in there at one time. So this was kind of the tester one because I wasn't sure if they were going to work or not. But they do, so that's kind of great. I'm hoping to get a few done for a next craft show or whatever that I do to see if they go over well. This one I put a straw in and I left it longer because I'm going to end up putting silicone on the top of here, and I'm going to drill in here and put you know, those wire photo, or some people put business cards or whatever on them, but it's going to end up probably being a little bit taller because it's going to have silicone on it. And then I tried, instead of a coffee, I did lemonade, like I did on my first try, because I guess I just want to do that because that's what was in the sample cup when I got it. So I poured the yellow, kind of a transparent, and then when it was tacky, I put crushed glass on the top and poured resin over it. So I tried to make it look like ice. It kind of does when you look down at it. I might need to pour a little more because there's a few pieces sticking out. And it has bubbles on it, which is kind of nice. Makes it look a little more realistic. And I did put a straw on this one too. I mean, and they're a good heft, so I mean, you could just leave them sit on a shelf too. I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't know if I'm going to put a photo holder in this one. I might just sell it as is. And it's nice because I don't have to put pictures on the Starbucks cups. And I bought, I don't know how many were in there, like, I think she said there was like 100 or so in there. I don't know, I never counted. But I only paid like, I want to say around $10 with shipping and everything. I did a few rib cages. This one was a neon orange, and I think I need to I'm still getting used to the neons, so I think I need to put a little more in there just because it has a black background in it. Kind of washed it out just a little bit, but this one is gold Perlex. And then I also have the mold with the heart on it, and I hadn't poured it before, so I just wanted to do it like regular. So there's that one. It's got a couple bubbles in it. But it's cold in Minnesota right now, so that might be why some of my stuff has a little bit of bubbles in it. I did a couple, this one kind of got a little bent. I did a couple Hunger Games things because I just got that mold in the last batch that I bought. So here's a gold one. And then this one was supposed to be more of a bronzy color. I put gold Perlex in it and it looked really nice, but I think once I glaze it, that'll come out more. Did a gingerbread guy. He's got bubbles. It's the first time I've used this mold, even though I've had it forever. I think I'm going to try, I think it was on Etsy or something, or no, it was on Pinterest. Somebody had painted gingerbread men like superheroes. They weren't like resin, you know, they were actual gingerbread cookies, but I thought that would be kind of cute to do, so I was going to try it. I need to clean out my paint. It's got paint chips, or a little dried paint in there, but I'm going to paint it all up anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. I think I'm going to try and do like a Batman on here or something, because I guess that's my favorite superhero. And if it turns out, yay! I did a couple Mario faces. I know there's another one in there somewhere maybe, but this one, I tried to do a peach, but it turned out more like an orange, and it has like dried paint in there, because I'm getting down there in some of my acrylics, so it's probably dried around the top or dried on the inside. But I had extra. I'm going to try and tie-dye paint this whole thing and then put a picture in it. So it doesn't really matter if it looks wonky right now as far as color. I just got this mold in a trade, or I guess I bought it, but whatever. So I think I'm gonna paint this my college colors and maybe write my graduation year on there and probably make it a magnet. I don't remember what group it was on, but it was one of the resin groups. Somebody had painted like a Jack and Sally inspired corsets. So this one's going to be the Jack one. I didn't pour the Sally one yet, but I will when I get more resin. So that's going to be all striped, and I'm going to make a bow tie out of clay. Here's a 0 that I have to paint up. And the mold is kind of deep in, you know, right where the face is. So I put Vaseline in there, and it popped out pretty easy. I was kind of excited about that. In the deep molds, that seems like it's your best friend. Like this one too, it's really hard to get because this one's really thick, and then yet it goes in the eyes. So that one I Vaseline too, along with this one. I did a lot of stuff that I'm gonna end up painting because it's hard for me to pour when I have school and work and everything, and then yet leaving it sit because I'm tired when I get home from work because I work 8 hours Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I go to school for 5 hours and come home and do homework, and then yet on top of that I tutor on Tuesdays and Thursdays if need be. So it's just nice to sit down and paint instead of having to pour and all that other stuff. So I just did a bunch of stuff and I'm gonna end up painting. I did some blanks in one of the groups. Somebody had painted like blood splatter on here, and then they put a bullet, kind of the back of the bullet casing here, and we have a ton of those bullet casings laying around the house because we do hunt and stuff like that, and you know, we just save them because you can reload them, or people reload them, so you can sell the casings. So we have bags upon bags of them, and you know, it's just, you just have to cut the, you know, the flat part with the writing where the firing pin hits it. You just have to cut that part away from the rest of the casing with like a hacksaw or a tin schnips. There's another blank one that's probably gonna be the same thing. Black rose. This one I poured because I'm gonna try and paint like a Slender Man type. I don't know if I want to paint all of him or just kind of like his bow, or his, not his bow tie, his tie, and kind of like the lapel type thing for the suits, or the suit. So that's what that's gonna be. I did a few blood slides, but they didn't really turn out because I put the dye in there too early, and it these two pieces are really stuck together. They might have heated up again because I left them in the laundry room, so I don't know if somebody ran the dryer or not. It's just another blank black one. But yeah, I did some blood slides. I know there's 2 more of them in that box somewhere. But yeah, normally I like it where it just sits here, and I might have put too many drops of the transparent dye in. I did a bunch of Sons of Anarchy stuff because that's kind of the show I'm addicted to right now. So these are just plain coffins with that on there. I know there's some more stuff in there. It's probably at the bottom. Here's a rose. Snowman. I don't know why. I always end up getting air bubbles. Sometimes I try and take, if I remember, I try and take a toothpick and like run it in all the little crevices, but this time I forgot. Envelope. Another snowman. I finished off, I had poured the purple for these. They're Best Friend peanut butter and jelly kind of charms. I poured the purple quite a while ago, and I had it sitting in my to-do box. So here's the purple ones. And then here's the peanut butter ones. They kind of turned out looking the same brown, so I might paint over this and darken it because it just looks too light. too light for peanut butter, but maybe, I don't know. I think I made the crust a little too dark. So, but I think I got the color to match pretty good. Considering it was 3 different pours to do, or 4 different pours to do those. I seen this on a group, on one of the groups too, and I thought I would try it. It's like when the Mario stars go, you know, rainbow in the game. So I did a few of those with cellophane. That one had quite a bit of overpour on it, but I did this coaster with Mario. He's got X's on his gloves because it's a straight edge Mario. Straight edge is kind of like a lifestyle choice. I guess I'm straight edge, and I guess the easy way to explain it is you don't drink, do drugs, or smoke, or anything like that. Some people go so far as to go vegan because of all the antibiotics and stuff they put in meat and cheese and eggs. But it's for a lifetime. It's not just like, hey, till I'm 21, I'm going to be straight edge, and then once I'm 21, I'm not going to be that anymore. It's for a lifetime, so I've just never liked alcohol, and odds are I'd be allergic to it anyways, because, you know, I have a tendency to be allergic to weird things. Like, I'm allergic to almost every other nut except peanuts, which is the weirdest thing ever, according to my doctor. But anyway, back on track. So this is just a Mario kind of coaster that I did to try out my silver paint, and then I had leftover gold from something else, so I had it in the rim already. But I think it looks nice. It'll probably end up being a magnet, even though it's a coaster. This is extra bronze that I had from the Mockingjay pin. I figured I'm going to paint it all up anyway, so it really wouldn't matter. Another Pearl-Ex Daisy. I tend to do a lot of these because I think they look pretty, I guess. I domed this over, and I had a little overpour on it, but for some reason, I've never had this happen before when I do these. I've done quite a few of them, but it, like, the Batman kind of was bent, or maybe the dog tag was bent, so it didn't dome part of it. Like, I think that's why it overran, because this is, like, sticking up, but maybe it'll just go at a little bit of a discount because I don't really want to redome it. I did this Pascal piece. It's going to be a magnet. It's a little too thick for, I was going to have it be like a Christmas tree ornament. I mean, it could be a paperweight too. Or I could drill it and have it be a wall hanging. I did this in that square coaster mold, but I just filled up the, you know, if you flip it over, I just filled the opposite side. And I'm going to paint in the back, like, some of the colors that Pascal changes in the movie. Like, he goes all flowery pink purple in one of the scenes, so I think I might do that for my brother, and I put some stars in there just to give it a little bit of depth. He really likes Tangled. He's kind of a Disney buff, so this is just a plain star. I don't know if I'm gonna paint the Mario eyes on it or if I'm just gonna leave it. It's probably gonna be a keychain. It's a little thick. I did a couple Game Boys. We had a lime green one and a purple one when my brother and I were younger, so those are just the 2 colors that I chose to do. I think this one glows in the dark too. I did quite a few glow in the dark things. I have a gas mask and the shamrock just because I had extra, so I was like, okay, we'll just do that. And then this 8-bit skull. I think there's an alien in there somewhere too. Yep, right here. I'm gonna try and paint like a Day of the Dead type thing on this one though, I think. Just to give it a little bit of character, a little bit of different. And I have a couple of Angry Piggies. These don't glow in the dark, but they're that lime green color. I did a couple Christmas trees. They got a little thick, a little thicker than I wanted them to, but they're probably gonna be magnets. I probably should have put more bulbs on that first one, but I'm so critical of myself. I did a few Sailor Moon things in gold. I poured them white last time. The gold paint doesn't really want to cover, so I figured, well, I'll just pour them gold. I did a couple bats. I think these are going to look really nice once they're glazed. This was just leftover. So I poured the gold from when I did this and then the rim. And then I just poured the rest of him black because I thought it would make the gold stick out nice.